Hello, friends. Today I want to talk a little bit more about practical ways that we can start to ease the grip that the ego has on us. Little day-to-day, moment-to-moment things we can do. First of all, Swami Kriyananda, talked about how the ego is centered at the medulla oblongata, at the base of the skull. And so whenever you feel a tightening in this area or a gathering of energy, that's why people look down their noses at other people, because they have that tightening of energy back there, and it lifts the neck, it lifts the chin, and people look down their noses at other people. So whenever we feel any of that, we need to consciously relax that area and allow the energy to flow forward to the spiritual eye. There's practical ways, as I said, that we can do that. One is if you feel the desire to buy something, for example, instead of buying it for yourself, buy it for someone else. I had an interesting experience in this way because when we lived in India, I would often take visitors shopping, and I knew all the good markets, and it was just a lot of fun. India has so many colorful and wonderful bazaars and shops galore, just an amazing variety of places to shop, and it was quite wonderful to do that. And so I began to buy things for our boutique and buy things also to take to America to sell there to make money for the center. So it was great fun to do something that I enjoyed, buying things for a greater cause. So if you see something that you would love to buy and you think how beautiful it is, think of who you could buy it for. So then you have the joy of possessing it for a brief moment, of securing it. Then you have the joy of giving it to someone. And then you have the joy of seeing it in their home when you go to visit them, or seeing this person wearing it whenever you run into them. So in that way, you take the energy and you transmute it. You take it to a higher level. If there is an opportunity in your life where someone is praising you or blaming you, this is an excellent opportunity to work with the ego. So let's say someone praises you, oh, you just did a fantastic job at whatever. There's a tendency in the devotee to sort of freeze up and reject, and to think, oh no, I don't want that. That's going to feed my ego. And so you just put up this barrier and you deflect the energy. You don't want it near you. But instead, relax and be gracious and say thank you. But inwardly, give God the credit. Inwardly, or maybe outwardly, if it's another devotee, you can say, God is the doer. And in that way, be gracious, be kind, be appreciative, but don't allow it to enter your heart and make you feel like, oh, I did such a good thing, and be puffed up with the ego and let that energy coalesce in the medulla. Don't want that. And similarly, if someone blames you for something, Maybe it's your fault, maybe it's not your fault. Either way, inwardly relax. Inwardly say, God is the doer. A friend had a funny experience. She was cooking a meal for Swami Kriyananda and a group of friends many years ago. And one of the dishes that she served was just exquisite, and everyone loved it, and they were praising her cooking. And she very, wittily said, I am the doer. And then later on, one of the other dishes that she made did not turn out so well. And then she exclaimed, God is the doer. So let's give both the praise and the blame to God. Let him have it. Let him be the one acting through us, thinking through us, feeling through us, being through us. And then all of it turns to joy. I'll just share one last trick for working with the ego. And that is to practice patience with everyone and everything, and especially with ourselves. Sometimes people come to us and want to talk and talk and talk and talk. We've all had this experience, I'm sure. And part of us is thinking about the pot on the stove that's going to boil over, or the next appointment we're going to be late for. But in that moment, if we can practice patience and really listen, really hear what that person is saying, and maybe even underneath their words, what they're really saying. This is a wonderful opportunity to relax from the ego, relax from that sense of self, and try to feel God in the other person. And in this way, we relax the grip that ego has on us. And remember that ego is pain. We don't want it. It's served its purpose. It's gotten us where we are now. But we can grow farther now. We can expand our consciousness and our awareness and be blissfully happy if we can transcend the ego.